Asian Games winners are back home. My colleague Karishma, in a candid conversation, spoke to the Asiad stars Manu Bhaker, Palak Gulia and Jyoti Raji, and six-time Olympian Shiva Keshavan welcomed the Prime Minister's bid to host the Olympics and what it would mean to them. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed India's interest in hosting the Olympic Games in 2036.
The International Olympic Committee session is going to be held in Mumbai from the 15th and to the 17th of October. And this is happening in India after a decade of 4 decades. And I have a very rich panel here with me to discuss what it means. Manu Bhaker, Palak Gulia, Jyoti Raji, and of course, Shiva Keshavan. Firstly, welcome to all of you.
Thank you so much.
Manu, I want to start by asking you, you're fresh after winning the Asian Games gold medal as well. Olympics has always been on your mind. You were there in Tokyo. You're looking forward to Paris as well. The IOC session in Mumbai. What are your expectations from it? Dreaming big for Paris?
Definitely. As soon as Tokyo was over, my next aim, my next goal was Paris 2024. And I think we are way through the journey, and we are just looking forward to the quota places and then for the Olympic Games. So yes, we are hustling for it, and hopefully this will be very, very good this time.
And Palak, what are your expectations from this session? Like I said, I have the young brigade here with me, with you, Palak, Manu, and Jyoti. So when you think about your future and you see Olympics in it, what do you see?
I think personally, every athlete's dream would be Olympics. So obviously, in the next 8 months, we have a huge event ahead of us. Like Asian Games was big, and now we're maybe working hard for another big event or maybe a bigger event. So definitely, it's going to be. I'm going to look forward to it and work hard for it. So yeah.
Jyoti, coming to you, you've had a good season as well. You've been having a good Asian Games as well. Tell me about it and tell me about your focus for Paris 2024 and winning medals for the country.
It was a long season and a great season also, I can say. And there was some hurdle corrections is there to go forward, and I will work more harder for the Olympics upcoming. And I missed some few microseconds Olympic qualification, but there was some competitions over there, so I will work. Yeah. Excited for go to Olympics.
Well, absolutely, all three of you seem to be very, very excited to go to Paris 2024. But Shiva, that brings me to you. You are a six-time Olympian. What do you think this IOC session means for these young athletes or athletes who are preparing for Paris and so on?
Yeah, Karishma, thanks for the question. I mean, first of all, it's such an honor and such a pleasure to be here with these athletes. Congratulations to all of you, Manu, Palak, Jyoti. You've done so well at the Asian Games. You're inspiring our nation, and sometimes as athletes, you don't realize how many people get, how many people's lives can change just by the things you do. So thank you for doing that and for representing India proudly. And I think with the session in Mumbai right now, this is another great opportunity for us, for India, to first of all, to increase our global footprint in sports. The leaders of the sports world are here in Mumbai for the first time in almost 50 years. And, to let them know what India is about. We're the #1 country in the world when it comes to population, a young population. We can make such a huge impact in the world of sport, right? So these people should come here and they should understand what we are about, what the future holds for our athletes, and what our plans as a country are going forward. So this is the venue. These are the people. This is the Congress that's going to make all that happen in the future. So we want to host international games. We want to involve more people in sports. We want to talk about clean sports. We want to, use sports as a vehicle for social change because part of the, UN sustainable goals. So all this is focusing, all this can be achieved through, the interactions that's happening over here. And we've had such a big change in sports administration in India. We have a new IOA, 50% women in IOA right now, which is amazing. So many athletes have come up and are in these forums. So change takes time, but we are, there's an upward trend, and I hope, athletes such as these also remain connected to sport long, after their active careers as well.
Well, absolutely. I want to go back to the girls, Manu, starting with you. There has been a lot of talk about hosting Olympics as well, that India wants to host Olympics maybe in the times to come, in the years to come. When you think about that, how do you feel playing in front of the home crowd, winning laurels in front of the home crowd? Is that a high that you want to have in your career?
Firstly, as Shiva spoke, he spoke brilliantly, and the one element that India holds is the youth power, the young generation that we have, and the amount of young people that we have in our country. I think we can go very long. Like we have the future in our hands, and having Olympics in India would be like unreal for me, because I never imagined, because I think only a few World Cups have been held here, sometimes in Delhi, sometimes in Bhopal, but having such a big event, I think the last games was Commonwealth Games in 2010 that we had here. But after that, I've never heard of any big, huge event, and having Olympics, one of the biggest events of all times. It'll be surreal for me, and even thinking about it is giving me goosebumps. But yes, the crowd would go crazy, because how the sport is, the sporting culture, it's like wildfire right now in India. It's just spreading and spreading, not stopping. So it would be thrilling. It'd be a great experience, and if winning a medal would be the best thing that I can do in my life.
Palak, you feel the same? The sports culture in India is very slowly picking up now?
Yeah, definitely. I think over the past few years, I've seen, from where I started the sport, like definitely, over the years, and the sport, like not only shooting as a sport, like every sport has been growing tremendously. And we have been hosting a few World Cups, as Manu said, in our country, in our sport. So those have been great. And, when you play in your own country, your own home ground, that's a different kind of vibe and a different kind of feel, because back there you have your own crowd cheering you, right? So definitely in India, sports is growing, and I can see that we're going to go very far.
Well, absolutely. Jyoti, I want to talk to you about Indian athletics being put on the map now. You are there. Neeraj Chopra, of course, has become the brand ambassador for Indian athletics wherever, we talk about Indian athletics. So how has it been? It's been the best ever showing at the Asian Games as well. 29 medals overall, if I'm not wrong. So how do you look at, the development of Indian athletics in the last few years?
It really great because of Neeraj Bhaiya. We got lots of motivation and inspiration from him, and when he's getting medals, and we see him, and we are also motivated. So it was a really so tough competition, and very great medals from athletics. I'm so happy that my friends all win a personal best, and with the great shape of ending the season with a good medal. And yeah, because of this, all the sponsors and the Reliance Foundations and the whatever the upcoming the projects is coming, it's so helpful for us because it's a good motivation to go forward. Now, if I'm talking with the Reliance, like I am under the Reliance, so it's so much boosting up for me. They are so much supported, and because of today I'm there because of the Reliance Foundation. So I'm so grateful for this. Yeah, it was so exciting.
Shiva, my final question is to you, and I want to ask you the inclusion of cricket in Olympics. How do you look at it? It is a very interesting times that we are living in. I mean, what do you make of it? A lot of people have been criticizing as well, saying that it's going to take the sheen away from Olympic sports. Is that what you feel, or do you think it's going to be an interesting addition in LA 28?
Well, I think the fact that so many people are talking about it is already, testament to that it's good that it's coming in. It's going to bring a lot more attention to the Olympics. Of course, as the most populous country, and our let's say number one sport, it means the inclusion of India in a bigger way in the Olympic project. Right. However, it's yet to be seen how exactly is going to work out, because cricket already, of course, has a wonderful international array of events. But this is going to give more opportunities for people, because cricket is traditionally a non-professional sport, so more young people get the chance. Whether we're going to be talking about under 23s, all this is yet to be seen. But I think there are a lot more opportunities coming up. So nowadays, a young athlete can choose, where he or she wants to specialize, and cricket is also, of course, it's a sport of choice for so many Indians. So it's exciting to see that, and it's exciting to see the US, the LA team presenting cricket over here. They will make a presentation. They've had a very successful Premier League season over there, and it's good to see this growing influence of sport and of India. And I think that is also tied to the fact that this is being discussed in India, showing the greater let's say reach, the greater soft power of sport. And this is the vision of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, our IOC member from India, Mrs. Ambani. So this is the larger message, that the larger goal that we are trying to achieve, to establish our presence as a serious country in sport, and that can not just aim for participation. Of course, participation is important, but we have high ambitions and goals for ourselves.
Well, absolutely. Thank you so much to all of you for taking out the time and speaking to us. Here's wishing for a successful IOC session, and also all the best for future tournaments to Palak, Jyoti and Manu.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.